Hello everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, internal medicine physician. Welcome to another video. Why America hates doctors like me. Yes, America hates Dr. Dhand. And I really do mean that. Now by America, I'm not talking about the American people. In my years in this country, I have actually got on very well with the Americans all around me, including my patients. I have no issues at all with American people. And I also have great, tremendous respect for the Constitution of the United States. But I moved to America approximately 15 years ago or so, and the country is unrecognizable in so many ways. We have gone so badly wrong, and we have the wrong leaders. We have a bad establishment, and that applies to medical leaders as well. And I truly believe that I'm exactly the sort of person, both I'm talking as a person and as a doctor, that the establishment of America absolutely hates having in the country. And let me tell you why. Well, firstly, I am a thinking person and a thinking doctor. I do not mindlessly follow protocols. I am not a robot, but that's not what the leadership wants. They want doctors who will do whatever they say. You see, whenever I see a directive, the first thing I think is, well, where has that come from? What's the evidence behind that? What are the true benefits? Tell me things like the absolute risk reduction and the number needed to treat. I'm not just going to mindlessly follow something. Now, to me, that seems like a normal thing to do. And I'm also very particular about doing my own research and looking into things and working out if there are any kickbacks involved in us getting certain directives. What's really going on at the top? But that's absolutely not what the establishment wants. Doctors like this are not needed. Absolutely not. We want doctors who are a slave to the corporate system. That's what they really want. Then I am very determined to always be aware of the enormous corruption at the top of our three-letter agencies in the United States. Frequently, it's very open, but people need to be reminded about this. They need to know what's going on. The corruption, the kickbacks, all the financial incentives, etc. I want people to know the real extent of what's going on. As far as patients go, I want patients to be at the center of all healthcare. I want every patient and their family member to be fully empowered. I want to respect things like patient autonomy, informed consent. Make a decision only after you know the true benefits and risks. You are at the center of all healthcare. No, no, no. That's not what we want. We want you to follow protocol. Do what we say. Don't ask any questions whatsoever. That's what they want at the top. They hate doctors who would do otherwise, who would really want the patient to be at the center of all healthcare and know exactly what's going on, be fully aware. And I'm also very keen that patients should know when they're being scammed, completely scammed by the healthcare system. Of course, a profit-driven healthcare system would never want patients to know how much they are being scammed on an everyday basis. I want people to be as healthy as possible. Ideally, stay away from doctors and hospitals. Shouldn't that be what every doctor wants? I want people to know about the big food industry, that trillion-dollar industry that is guiding so many hundreds of millions of people down the wrong path. I want people to know about the aggressive practices of the pharmaceutical industry, who basically own the US government. 2/3 of Congress of both political persuasions are taking donations from pharmaceutical companies. They own the government, they lobby with hundreds of millions of dollars, and that's why things never change. It has been made abundantly clear to me that I can never get a job in an academic medical center again because of my online presence over the last couple of years, things that I've said, questions that I've asked. And that's completely fine with me because I believe our academic medical centers are completely ideologically captured. I believe the doctors over there are kept in strict line. I think the types of doctors that work there, research doctors who want their cushy academic grants with their studies, which are totally funded by companies, and the results of those studies, well, we know already the results because it will be determined by whoever is funding the study. I don't really want to be a part of that culture anyway, so I'm completely fine with never working in academia. As it so happens, for the record, previously I was involved in academics. I used to teach medical students, interns, residents. I've actually won awards for teaching them, but nowadays, in these politically captured times, I'm exactly the sort of doctor that no academic medical center would want, and that's completely fine with me. I wouldn't touch one with a barge pole anyway. And as it so happens, many of you may not know this, academic medical centers pay their doctors abysmally as well. So maybe it's okay for those research doctors with their massive grants from companies, but as for regular clinicians who simply want to see patients, the pay is abysmal compared to community hospitals. So that's completely okay with me as well, because I don't particularly want to be paid a ridiculously low wage for working in a political institution, as most academic medical centers are nowadays anyway. So those are all of the reasons then why the American establishment hates doctors like me. They would rather we were not in practice. They would rather preferably that we were not even in the country. Now, I became a US citizen several years ago. I was very proud to become a citizen. I'm still very proud to be a citizen of the United States. But we are going drastically in the wrong direction. And I actually think if I applied for citizenship now, some strings may well be pulled at the top, to prevent me from becoming a citizen for wrongthink. Someone somewhere would look at my online presence and say, no, that's not what we want in the country, because I'm the sort of person that the country no longer wants. I'm the last person that the ruling elite, the establishment, wants in this country, because aside from my medical views, I'm also very, very hardworking. I believe in traditional values. No. That's not what modern mainstream culture and the establishment wants anymore. We don't want this type of person in the country. But too bad, US establishment, because I did become a citizen a few years ago, and you're kind of stuck with me now, aren't you?